बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के, आदि शक्ति जगदम्बा माता के. So devotees, let me welcome you to the first night in our Nav Raatri celebrations. We begin tonight, we'll conclude next week, Monday, on the Ashtami day. So we're about to begin. Take some rice, Damien. We do invocation. So I'd like you all to concentrate on Mahashakti. Repeat in your mind, Om Tat Sat Swasti Vachan. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Atkatyayani Shanti Prayogaha. Om Adau Ganapating Bande, Vignanasham Vinayakam, Rishingsha Jananing, Grihasthapam Marbhai. Om Swastena Indro Bridhasravaha, Swastena Pusha Vishvivedaha, Swastena Takshayur Arishtanemi, Swastino Brihaspatir Dadhatum. Om Paya Prithiviyam Payausadhishu, Payo Dibyantarikshi Payodha, Payashwati Pradesha Shantumyam. Om Vishnu Ratmasi Vishnu Shnaptestu Vishnu, Shurasi Vishnu Dhruvasi Vishnu, Vaishnu Masim. Vishnavetva Agni Devta, Vato Devta, Suryo Devta, Chandrama Devta, Vasvo Devta, Rudro Devta, Aditya Devta, Maruto Devta, Vishwe Deva Devta, Brihaspati Devtendra Devta, Varno Devta. Om Dev Shantir, Antarikshagvam Shanti, Prithivi Shantir, Apha Shanti, Aushadheya Shanti, Banaspatiya Shanti, Vishwe Deva Shanti, Brahma Shanti, Sarvagvam Shanti, Shanti Reva, Shanti Sama, Shanti Redhi Shanti. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya, Koti Surya Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Sarva Mangal Mangali, Shive Sarvartha Sadhiki, Sharani Trambake Gauri, Narayani Namostute, Ganganapataye Namaha, Namaschandikaya. Boli Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai, Ar Shakti Jagadamba Mata ki Jai. Offer your eyes in front of the Khalsa, bow, sit down, take your seats, everybody, devotees. So we are going to perform our simple puja, and in this, the main srota is Damien, but everybody else, you become part of it. So one form of mental puja is that you actually make the offerings in your mind at this point in time. So we are here physically, so we will do that. Everybody concentrate, and if anybody comes in late, let them understand puja is in progress. Rest your right hand. You have, take a palm leaf. They put a sankalp. Supari, flowers, rice. You have coin, put a coin on top there. I want you to call your Rasi name. Damien, Rasi name, then say Om Tat Sat, Puja, Sankalp. Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagri, Bhutasya Jata Patre Ke Asit, Sadadhar Prithivim Dhyante Mam, Kashmai Devaya Havisha Vidhema, Ganganapataye Namah, Namaschandikaya, Namah Shivaya, Brahm Agnaye Namaha. Om Puja Hitarthe Sankalp Ham Karishye. Om Tat Sat iti Puja Sankalpaha. Vase Bari Kalsa. Rest your right hand on the belly, concentrate on Mother Earth, Jai Prithivima. Om Bhurasi Bhumirasa Ditirasi, Vishwasya Vishwadhara Vishwadhartri, Prithivi Yash Prithivi Dirinch Prithivi Mahinsihi. Om Prithivi Tvaya Dhrita Loka, Devitvam Vishnu Nardhata, Tvang Chadhara Imang Deving, Pavitram Kuruchasanam, Prithivi Mata Namo Nama Bow. All right, pick up some rice. So we do invocation. Invocation, Avahan we call it, Asan. I explained to you earlier, Damien, for the benefit of everybody else. The first part of puja is where we invite divinity as a special guest, and we offer a special seat, and then we make offerings. But the question is, where is God? If God is everywhere, we say all pervading, where are we going to invite him to come from? Isn't he already here? And if he is everywhere, he pervades every single atom of creation, how could I indicate to him, say, I want to sit here, sit there, when he's already there? And if that is the case, then why do we do it? Now, I keep saying that we need to understand why we do what we do. Okay? So why do we do it? We say all pervasiveness, but the human mind cannot comprehend all pervasiveness because we are conditioned to a point in space. Correct? So what we do, realizing our limitations, we indicate to that unlimited Brahm, that infinite, that, oh Lord, due to my limitations, I can't concentrate upon you in all places. But at certain points in space, I'm going to indicate, I want to worship you in these particular aspects. And this is based upon my limitation, our limitation. So in other words, those are the places that we're going to indicate where we worship these different aspects of divinity. This is why I keep saying Hindus can worship anywhere. Hindus can worship on anything because we indicate that spot, and that Lord is all pervasive. So this is the first part of puja. So when you understand that, you know what you're doing, you're focusing and you're putting your mind on these points in space where I'm going to worship. Gajanan, Shivaji, Devi Ma, again, concentrate. Om Gananang Tva Ganapating Gwam Hava Mehe Priyanang Tva Priyapating Gwam Hava Mehe Nidhinang Tva Nidhipating Gwam Hava Mehe Vasu Mama Ahamajani Garbhadama Tumajasi Garbhadam Om Prathamam Shailaputri Cha Dvitiyang Brahmacharini Tritiyang Chandraghanteti Kushmandeti Chaturthakam Panchamam Skandamateti Shashtam Katyayaniti Cha Saptamam Kal Ratriti Mahagauriti Chashtamam Navamam Siddhi Datri Cha Navadurga Prakirtitaham Om Namaste Namaste Vibhu Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidananda Murte Namaste Namaste Tapo Yoga Gamya Namaste Namaste Suti Jnana Gamya Om Ang Jwalit Mukhe Arun Mata Varun Pita Shandil Gotra Pavakanam Agni Devai Namostute Om Agach Deva Devesha Tejo Rasi Jagatpate Kriyamanang Maya Pujang Grihan Sur Satyama Om Nana Ratna Samayuktam Kartaswara Vibhushatam Asanam Deva Devesha Pricharitam Pratigrihitam. Offer some in front of Lord Ganesh. Om Ganganapataye Nama Devi. Om Namaschandikaya Shivaji. Namah Shivaya by the fire. No, the leaf. Om Brahm Agnaye Namaha. Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Panchamrit. A drop of Panchamrit each place. No, water, offer water. Om Varunasyotam Bhanamasi. Varunasya Skambha Sarjanishto. Varunasarita Sadanyasi. Varunasarita Sadanamasi. Varunasarita Sadanmasit. You have the Janeu. Right? You have the red one, put for Lord Ganesh. Yagyopavitam Paramam Pavitram Prajapatir Yad Sahajang Purusthat Ayushamagram Pratimuncha Shubhram Yagyopavitam Balamastuteja Devi Ganganapataye Namaha Om Namaschandikaya on the Shivlingam Om Namah Shivaya. Put one by the fire. Om Brahm Agnaye Namaha. You have another piece? White one, yeah. Right. Of a piece of cotton wool each place. Om Veda Sukta Samayukta Yagyasam Samanvide Sarva Varana Pradadevaha Basasi Pratigrihitam Vastram Samarpayami. Chandan. So put the Chandan on the murtis. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Dibyam Gandhadhyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshtam Chandanam Pratigrihitam. Ganganapataye Namah Namaschandikaya. 3 fingers. Yep. Om Namah Shivaya. Put one by the leaf. Right. Okay. Offer Hardi, then Sindur. Om Haridra Ranjita Devi Sukha Saubhagyadayini Tasmatvam Pujayam Yatra Sukha Shantim Prayachami Om Haridram Samarpayami. Sindur. Om Sinduram Shobhanam Raktam. Saubhagyam Sukhavardhanam. Shubhadam Kamadam Chaiva. Sinduram Pratigrihitam. Sinduram Pratigrihitam. Sprinkle on Lord Ganesh Murti. Right. Dubgas. Om Kandat Kandat Prarohanti Purushah Purushaspari. Evanu Durve Pratanu. Sahastrena Shatena Cha. Om Durva Ankuran Samarpayami. Sarva Devta Sarva Devi Namo Namah. Rice. Om Akshata Raktatandula Kumkumena Virajita Mayani Verita Bhaksha Akshatam Pratigrihitam. Take a flower, bay leaf, and offer in front of Ganesh Baba. Om Mallakari Sugandhini Malatyari Nivai Prabhu Maya Hirtani Pujarthe Pushpani Pratigrihitam. Another flower with neem leaf in front of Devi. Take neem leaf, put a neem leaf here. Om Namaschandikaya. Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. You can have bay leaf one side again, Damien. I seen it from here. Yeah. Right. Okay. Fire. Om Brahmagnaye Namaha. Perfume each place. Om Gandham Samarpayami. Incense. Pass it on everything, fire inclusive. Om Vanaspati Rasodbhuto Gandhadhi Gandha Uttama Agreyang Sarvadevanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam Dhupam Samarpayami. Light it back, yeah. Alright, put it in Niluda. Okay. Take a thali with the arti, light it. Right? Pass arti around. Om Sajam Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahina Yojitam Maya Deepang Grihan Devese Tailukiti Mirapam. Bole Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Alright, Prasad. Take the one for Lord Ganesh. Offer a little bit into the fire. They put Panbeva in it. Alright. Little bit into the fire. Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Alright, offer this. Gajanan Swami Naivedyam Samurpayami. Om Sharkara Khand Khadyani Dadhi Chir Hitani Cha Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Bole Sri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. Let's sit down there for now. Alright, take the one for Devi. Offer some mini fire. Om Namaschandikaya Swaha. Devi, Durgama, Naivedyam, Samarpayami. Om Sharkara Khand Khadyani, Dadhi Chirkitani Cha. Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha, Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Om Namaschandikaya. Boli Siyar Shakti Jagadamba Mata ke Jai. Shiva. Offer some mini fire. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Mahare Baba Naivedyam Samarpayami. Sharkara Khand Khadyani Dadhi Chirhitani Cha. Aharam Bhaksha Bhojam Cha. Naivedyam Pratigrihitam. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Offer water on the tree, Prasad together. Om Nagbaldi Danaschaiva Pungi Phal Samanvite Lavanka Purutambulam Prichartam Pratigrihitam Asmanam Sabman Samarpayami Tambulam Pungi Palam Samarpayami. Take all the flowers and everything and offer it in front of the Murti. Okay. Alright, so we do Havan. Right, everybody, we join together Gayatri Mantra. Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat, Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Swaha. Om Prajapati Swaha. Idam Prajapati Idam Namama. Om Indraya Swaha. Idam Indraya Idam Namama. Om Agnaye Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Somaya Swaha. Idam Somaya Idam Namama. Om Bhu Swaha. Idam Agni Idam Namama. Om Bhuva Swaha. Idam Vayavi Idam Namama. Om Swaha Swaha. Idam Suryaya Idam Namama. Gajanan. Om Ganganapataye Namah Swaha. Devi. Om Hrim Shrim Chandikaya Namah Swaha. Kalima. Mahalakshmi Ma. Saraswati Ma. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayan. Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya Swaha. Om Sri Suryaya Namah. Namah Shivaya. Om Shri Agindevaya Swaha, Ishtadevaya Swaha, Kuldevaya Swaha, Asthandevaya Swaha, Gramdevaya Swaha, Vastudevaya Swaha, Sarvadevata Sarvadevi, Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Take the beliefs. So Mitrunjay mantra, and remember, I want you to, instead of Haum, you put in R, Hraum, right? I hope you can say it, Hraum. So we say Om Hraum, Om Jum, Om Saha. Everything else is the same. And when we come back, again the end was Hraum again. So H-R-O-W-M, Hraum, Hra, Hraum. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadev ki, Om Hraum, Om Jum, Om Saha. Om Namah Shivaya, Swaha. someone needs stand side. Om Hrim Shrim Chandikayai Namah Swaha. Continue. Om Krim Kaliyai Namah Swaha. Mahalakshmi Mata Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Saraswatyai Swaha. Offering mixture of Google sugar, rice, black tea, sprinkle around. Take mithali. Om Sarva Devata Sarva Devi Bhyo Namo Namah Swaha. Good. Do Achman 3 times. Water around. Om Sarva Papaharang Dibyam Gangeyang Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chammaya Dattam Grahitam Purushotamaha Brahmagnaye Namaha. Take a flower and fan the fire towards the murtis 5 times. Om Banaspati Rasudbhuto Gandhadhyu Gandhu Uttama Agriyang Sarva Devanang Dhupoyam Pratigrihitam. Right there? Right. Both hands on the flame. Pass it over your head 5 times. Alright, take a flower, we concentrate on Lakshmi Ma. Jai Mahalakshmi Ma. Om Namostestu Mahamai Sri Pithe Sur Pujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Namaste Garura Rudhe Kola Surbhayankari Sarva Papahare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Sarvagye Sarva Varade Sarva Dushta Bhayankari Sarva Dukkahare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhukti Mukti Pradayini Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Shvetambar Dhare Devi Nana Lankara Bhushite Jagatschite Jagan Matar Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Lakshmi Karutu Kalyanam Arogyam Sukha Sampadam Mama Shatru Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Siddheshwari Mahalakshmi Mata Namo Namaha. Boliye Shri Mahalakshmi Mata ki jai. Put on top. Alright. Take another flower. Call your Rasi name. Everybody could call your Rasi names in your minds. Navgraha Devta Graha Shanti. Repeat that. Om Brahma Murari Sipurantakari Bhanu Sasi Bhumi Suto Buddhascha Guru Shukra Shani Rahu Ketavaha Kurvantu Sarve Mamasu Prabhatam Sakal Graha Shanti Sri Suryari Navgraha Devaya Namah. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Ganeshwara He Parameshwari He Sadashiv Yat Pujitam Maya Deva He Devi Paripurnam Tadastumi. Om Tat Sat Pahimam Sharanagatam Pahimam Sharanagatam Pahimam Sharanagatam. Boli Shri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Jagadamba Mata ki jai. Umabhuti Mahadeva ki. Offer the flowers right and bow. So take flowers in your hand and concentrate, right? So devotees, we will let's continue our journey. We will glorify Gajanan firstly. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. लदवन के भोग लगे संत करे सेवा. जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। एकदंत दयावंत चारी भुजाधारी माथे सिंदूर सोहे मूषक की सवारी। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। अंधन को आँख देता कोढ़ीन को काया बाजन को पुत्र देता निर्धन को माया। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। हार चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा सूरदास शरण आयो सुफल करो सेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देव माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेव। बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय। Devotees, I want you to concentrate on Devi. We perform Devi Raatri Suktam, praising Devi Ma. So, Om Namas Chandikayai or Om Hrim Sim Chandikayai Namah. Many of you have started your fast today. So, we worship Ma, seeking the mercy and her grace. Try to visualize her whole image firmly fixed in the mind's eye. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Hrim Sim Chandikaya Namaha. Tat Ratri Suktam. Om Vishweshwarin Jagadhatring. Sthiti Sanghara Karanim. Nadrang Bhagavating Vishnur. Atulang Tejasah Prabhu. Brahm Ubacha. Tvam Swaha Tvam Swadha Tvam Hi. Bhakatkarha Swaratmika. Sudha Tvamakshare Nitye. Tridha Matratmika Schita. अर्ध मात्रा स्थिता नित्या यानुचार्य विशेषतः त्वमेव संध्या सावित्री त्वं देवी जननी परा त्वयैतद्धार्यते विश्वं त्वयैतत्सृज्यते जगत् त्वयैतत्पाल्यते देवी त्वमत्स्यन्ते च सर्वदा सृष्टौ सृष्टिरूपां त्वं स्थितिरूपा च पालनी तथा संहृतिरूपान्ते जगतोस्य जगन्मये महाविद्या महामाया महामेधा महास्मृतिः महामोह च भवति महादेवी महासुरी प्रकृतिस्त्वं च सर्वस्य गुणत्रय विभाविनी कालरात्रिर्महारात्रिर्मोहरात्रिश्च दारुणा त्वं श्रीस्त्वमीश्वरीं त्वं ह्रीस् त्वं बुद्धिर्बोधलक्षणा लज्जा पुष्टिस्तथा तुष्टिस्त्वं शान्तिः क्षान्तिरेव च खड्गिनी शूलिनी घोरा गनिनी चक्रिनी तथा खंगिनी चापिनी बाण हुशुंदी परिघायुधाम सौम्या सौम्यतरा शेषा सौम्ये बृहस्पति सुंदरी परा परानां परमा त्वमेव परमेश्वरी यच्च किंचित् क्वचित् वस्तु सद असत्वाखिलात्मिके तस्य सर्वस्य या शक्तिः सा त्वं किं स्वेसे तदा यया त्वया जगत् सृष्टा जगत्पात्यति यो जगत् सोपि निद्रावशं नीतः कस्त्वां स्तोतुमिहेश्वरः विष्णुः शरीरग्रहणम् अहम् ईशान एव च कारितास्ते यतो तस्त्वां कः स्तोतुं शक्नुमान् भवेत् सा त्वमित्त्वं प्रभावैश्वर्य उदारैर्देवी संस्तुता मोहयैतौ दुराधर्षाव असुरौ मधुकैतभौ प्रबोधं च जगत्स्वामी नियतामच्युतो लघु बोधश्च क्रियतामस्य हन्तुमेतौ महासुरी इति रात्रिसूक्तं समाप्तः। ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते जय त्वं देवी चामुंडे जय भूतार्ति हारिणी जय सर्व गते देवी काल रात्रि नमोस्तुते। हे दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता काली जगमाता काली जगमाता हे दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता काली जगमाता काली जगमाता हे काली जगमाता काली जगमाता हे दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता काली जगमाता काली जगमाता हे काली जगमाता काली जगमाता जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता जय श्री दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता जय जय दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती काली जगमाता बोली सी आर शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय। अनुभूतिस शिवजी भोलेनाथ। Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Om Namah Shivaya, Pahi Mam. Om Namah Shivaya, Rakshamam. Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Jai Hara Shiva Omkara. Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Jai Hara Shiva Omkara. Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva, Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva, Brahma Vishnu Sadashiva, Hara 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 Mahadeva. Om Shiva 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 Mahadeva. Om Hara Shiva Shiva Hara Mahadeva. Jai Shiva Omkara, Jai Jai Hara Shiva Omkara. Havaye Namah, Om Haraye Namah. Shivaye Namah, Om Namah Shivaya. Havaye Namah, Om Haraye Namah. Shivaye Namah, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shiva 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 Namah Shivaya. Om Shiva 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 Namah Shivaya. Hara 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 Namah Shivaya. Om Hara 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 Namah Shivaya. Jaya 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 Namah Shivaya. Jaya 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 Namah Shivaya. Om Shiva 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 Namah Shivaya. Om Hara 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 Namah Shivaya. Om Jaya Hara Shiva Hara Namah Shivaya. Bhavaya Namah Kumaraya Namah. Shivaya Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Bole Shri Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Now devotees, I'm going to take a discourse from the Devi Bhagavat. Maybe for the rest of the year we'll take discourses from Devi Bhagavat. It's a Devi Yag we are doing, so the kathas can come from anywhere. But we're going to Devi Bhagavat. Now before I get into the katha, I always like to present a little bit of advice from the sages. It is not that you don't know, or you haven't heard it before, but it is a reminder. It is a reminder. And based upon that philosophy that man lives himself by himself, man sings himself by himself, the choices we make in life, very important. Tulsi kaya kheta hai, mansa bhaye kisan. Papa punya do bij hai, boye sule nidan. Tulsi Das has declared that this body of ours is like a field, and the mind is the farmer. And there are two seeds that can be planted: pap or punya, sin and virtue. So devotees, just to clarify a little bit, scriptures have given us injunctions and prohibitions. So to carry out the prohibitions, you create sin. To carry out the injunctions, virtuous action. So therefore we need to know what the injunctions are and what the prohibitions are. And each person is on his own. God has blessed all of us, every one of us, with what we call analytical faculties, antahakaran, manas, buddhi, ahankar. Manas, buddhi and ahankar. So just to clarify it, manas, let's use an example. What is the difference between them? Manas, buddhi, ahankar. And there is one we also call chit, memory stuff, experience stored up over many lifetimes. So an idea will come to the mind: this is Nav Raatri, I should fast, for this is Naimitik Karam, occasion. When I fast, I observe Naimitik Karam, I get a lot of blessings. So before going all there, the idea comes to the mind: this is the manas, Nav Raatri, I should fast. The buddhi analyzes: why should I fast? What are the benefits of fasting, or the merits of not fasting? Then the chit, memory stuff, past experience comes into play. And we are told from inside, when I fast, I acquire merits, I develop myself, I prevent sins of omission. Experience from the past teaches us that. And then I decide, okay, I am going to fast. I'm going to attend to a yagya. I'm going to worship I'm going to make sacrifices. I'm not going to make silly excuses that I call reasons for not doing what I'm supposed to do. Because I'm on my own. And if I fail to do what I'm supposed to do, I have to pay the penalty, not anyone else. So the ahankar comes in. We understand, I'm fasting, I'm praying, I'm going to yajna, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do based upon scriptural authority. So this is why I mentioned everybody is on your own. Manas, buddhi, chit, ahankar. We all have the inner equipment, devotees. It's just for you to use it. It's up to you. Again, I say this is why you're on your own. I can't use it for you. When I use it for myself, not for you. You do it for yourself. This is why Jaisa Karni, Vaisa Bharni. So everybody on your own. Everybody's on your own. And so therefore, you need to analyze whatever you hear. A lot of opinions are expressed, different ideas are expressed. What I'm putting to you also, I wouldn't call them opinions. If you want to call them so, these opinions are expressly stated in the scriptures. So therefore, as I go through life, again the choice is mine. What decision I make. The bhajan says, be very much alert. Very much alert. This world is like a marketplace where different opinions are being sold, like bhaji sellers, you know. Everybody believes his bhaji is the best. You have to determine which one you're going to buy. Therefore, focus that mind. Use the inner equipment. The sages tell us. मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले इस जग से निकलना है सोच समझ कर चलना है मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले इस जग से निकलना है सोच समझ कर चलना है मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना नारायण है सब घट घट में सबके सहारा दे संकट में नारायण है सब घट घट में सबके सहारा दे संकट में पूजा कर ले सद्गुर धर ले पूजा कर ले सद्गुर धर ले इस जग से निकलना है सोच समझ कर चलना है मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है मन सोच समझ कर चलना है इसी जग में सुमिरन कर ले। दीप जाप का तन मन धर ले, इसी जग में सुमिरन कर ले। दीप जाप का तन मन धर ले। मोह माया से बच कर रहना, मोह माया से बच कर रहना, फिर पछताना है। सोच समझ कर चलना है, मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है। पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले, पाप पुण्य का भेज समझ ले। इस जग से निकलना है, सोच समझ कर चलना है। मतलब का इस दुनिया में मन सोच समझ कर चलना है। Make the right choices, devotees. As we said, Papa and Punya, like two products that have been sold in this marketplace of the world of duality. Make the right choices and get out of this world of duality. That Lord is present in all places. Ghata Ghat. Sabake Sahara. He's the help of everyone. A day sankat mein, in trouble he helps us. But I add my part that he also provides us with trouble. He always provides us with also trouble, what we perceive to be trouble. Because trouble challenges strengthen us. Isn't that so? So he helps, but he also tests us. Remember when Bhagavan said, Yoga Chemam Vahamyam? That individual who surrenders totally to me, who thinks of me constantly, who worships me nishkam bhav, without any sort of desire. I fulfill all the needs of such a person, and I provide full security. And that security, I have explained, not only putting things in place to protect you, but taking away those things that could distract you, that could destroy you. Those things that we gravitate towards, you grab onto, he also takes away those things. But if I surrender to him, I have confidence, faith, total belief in him. Whatever he takes away, even though I might find it to be painful, it is to my benefit. So we have to understand in the world of duality. So, surrender to that Lord. What we are being told, become initiated. You have your guru, perform your puja, perform your worship. Try to get out of this world of duality. Isi jaga mein tu sumiran kar le. It is in this world you have to pray, you know. Here, now. Right now. Deep jap ka tan man dhar le. Deep jap, lighting your diyas, your light and so on. Jap, repetition of mantras. Tan man dhar le. Tan man. Body and mind. Dhar le. Must become an integral part of our lives, devotees. Integral part of our lives. Moha Maya se bachkar rahana. There is delusion. Maya, the Lord's delusive potency which contaminates all. Moha Maya se bachkar rahana. Save yourself from that. And how? Bhakti. Bhakti is the only solution for that. And so, if you don't, you're going to regret it. Pashtana hai. Pashtana hai. But whose fault will it be? Yours. Mine. For man lives himself by himself. Man sings himself by himself. Devotees, if you analyze this bhajan, it is everything that scriptures tell us. What we need to practice. That we hear and we take for granted. We just hear. We hear it. Yes, yes, I've heard that. Do you live it? devotees, Devi Bhagavat. And sometimes, it crosses my mind what to read, and this katha, I believe we did it many times before, but I think it's quite instructive, very, very unique to my mind, and shows the power of Devi. So, Sri Suji Maharaj, relating katha to Saunakji and those thousands of sages in the Misharanya. But Sri Suji Maharaj was relating katha to what Ved Vyasji explained. And Janmejai, he was the one. We won't go into details, the son of Raja Parikshit. But at this point, Sri Suji Maharaj, he was asked a question by the sages. So we begin from this point. Yeah? Rishe Uchuhu, Sutas Makam Manha Kamam, Magnang Sangshaya Sagre, Yathoktang Mahadaschariyam, Jagat Vismaya Karakam, Yan Murdha Madhavasyapi, Gato Dehat Punhaparam, Hayagrivas Chato Jataha, Sarva Karta Janardana, Devopi Stautitang Devam, Devah Sarve Yadasayaha, Adi Devo Jagannatha, Sarva Karana Karana, Tasyapi Vadanang Chinnam, Deva Yogat Katham Tada, Tat Sarvam Kathaya Shutvam, Vistarena Mahamate. ऋषि बोले, हे शिव जी, हमारा मन महासंदेह सागर में मग्न हो रहा है। यह अपने जगत का विस्मय कारक बड़ा आश्चर्य रूप कथानक कहा कि माधव भगवान का भी शिर इस देह से उत्पतित हुआ और सबके कर्ता जनार्दन भी हयग्रीव रूप को प्राप्त हुए हुए जिस देव की देवता स्तुति करते हैं, सब देवता जिनके आश्रय है, जो आदि देव जगन्नाथ सब कारणों के भी कारण है। दैवी योग से उनका भी शिर छिन्न हुआ, यह कब और क्यों हुआ? हे महामते, यह सब वार्ता आप विस्तार से कहिए। So devotees, Sri Suji had mentioned to the sages that Lord Vishnu lost his head, and that head was replaced with a horse head. So Lord Vishnu got the name Hayagriva. So this is the katha of Hayagriva. I don't know how many of you might have seen somewhere depicted this form with the horse head, and you won't know who it is. Vishnu Bhagavan with the four arms and Sanchagaraparam, but with a horse head. So amongst all the kathas that was narrated by Suji Maharaj, he mentioned this. The sages were taken aback. And not that they were not interested before, but additional interest. Puzzled, O Holy One, under what circumstances such situation took place. Vishnu Bhagwan, he is the cause of all causes. Sab karanon ke bhi karan hai. The cause of all causes. What circumstances led up to him losing his head? The devatas pray to him, whatever have you. Please explain what the circumstances. Tapsutuvach, Sinvantu Munah Sarve, Savadhanaha Samantataha, Charitang Deva Devasya, Vishnu Paramatejasaha, Kadachit Darunang Yudham, Kritva Deva Sanatanaha, Darsh Barshahasrani, Parishrantu Janardana. Sri Suji बोले, हे संपूर्ण मुनियों, तुम सावधान होकर सुनो, परम तेजस्वी देव देव विष्णु के चरित्र श्रवण करो. Suji is saying, oh blessed sages, all of you, Sampurn, Saudhan, with mental alacrity, proper focus, stabilizing the mind, listen to this very, very powerful and enlightening discourse of Vishnu Bhagwan. Listen. वह सनातन देव किसी समय दारुण नृत्य कर 10 सहर्ष वर्ष में श्रांत हुए. Once Vishnu Bhagwan was engaged in a battle with demonic forces. We must remember, according to Hindu mythology, Lord Vishnu is the force of sustenance. He manifests himself to destroy demonic forces, to re-establish righteousness, etc. So at this point in time, see, Suji is saying, there was this battle that went on for a very, very, very long time. And here it is stated 10,000 years. Now it is not stated whether it is human years or the years of the Devas. So this is why I put it simply, a very long time. A very long time. Tab, what happened? Vishnu Bhagwan became very tired. I mean, to fight a war for 10,000 years is a long time. And he alone fighting against all the demonic forces. He became tired. As it is said. So, Same deshe shubhe stani kritva padmasanam vibhuhu avalambya dhanu sajang kante deshe dharaschitam datva bharam dhanushkotyang nidra mapa ramapatihi santat vahaiva yogachaha jatas tatrati nidritaha tadakalena kiyataha devah sarve samasavaha brahmesha sahita sarve yagyam karitung samadhyutaha gata sarvetha vaikuntha drashtung devang janardanam devakarartha siddhyartam makha namadhipam prabhum adrishtvanktam tada vishnu adrishtvanktam tada tatra jnana drishtya vilokyate yattaste bhagavan vishnur jagmus tatra sada tada suraha sadrishvuste dittadeshanam yoga nidrava shangatam nichetanam vibhum vishnu tatra sanchakre suraha siteshu sarvadeveshu nidra sukte jagatpatau chinta mapu suraha sarve brahma rudra purogamaha tanuvacha tatha shakra kinkartabyam sarutamaha nidra bhanga katham karyam chinta yantu sarutama tam uvashara shambhur nidra bhangesti dushanam karyam chaiva pakartabyam yagyasya surasattama utpadita tada vramri brahmana parameshthina taya bhakshayitam tatra dhanushogram dharaschitam bhakshitervi tada nimnam gamishyati sharasanam tada nidra vimuktosau deva devo bhavishyati devakaryam tada sarvam bhavishyati na sanshaya sa vramri sangsideshatha deva deva sanatana. Devotees, so that is the slokas. They put it simply now. Bhagwan Vishnu Sisuji is saying, Tab saman achhe sthan mein, he saw a spot that was very level, a level spot. And he sat there, Padma Asan. Now Asan, posture. Now notice, whatever it is, posture is very, very important. So the lotus posture, Padma Asan. He sat in Padma Asan, flat on the ground. All right? And what he did, his bow was still strong. Now, I just like to explain that, the bow has a wooden part and there is a string part. So like in Ramayana, when we were told Sri Ram had to string the bow, he had to pick up that bow, that wooden bow, bend it, and take that string and tie it to complete the bow. That is stringing the bow. So that bow will be under tension. So when an arrow is put to that bow, imagine the force it's going with. So Vishnu Bhagwan did not unstring his bow. The bow was strong, powerful bow. He placed the bow vertically on the ground, and what he did, that bow under tension, but he put his chin on the bow. And so tired he was, Vishnu Bhagwan slept away. Nidra gai, he slept away. Tiredness. And when you're tired, devotees, no matter what you could sleep away. Sometimes people eating and tired and sleep away with food in their mouth. These things have happened before. Alright, so this is not amazing. It's common. Right? When you're very, very tired, there's a protocol, so to speak. Tiredness, food doesn't mean anything. When you're sleepy, this is why sometimes to torture people, they try to keep them in cells and keep them waking. Fighting to sleep, they make sure to keep you waking. That is torture. Now, I shouldn't be telling you all these things because I don't want to torture anybody. But devotees, these things, notice the senses come into play, but we won't elaborate too much. So Bhagavan slept away. Deep in sleep, Yog Nidra. Now, sometime afterwards, Indra and the other devatas, Brahmaji, all the other devatas, they're performing a sacrifice, a yajna. Performing a yajna. And who is the Lord of yajnas? Now, recently we have been doing a lot of Gita. When we go to chapter 9, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna told Arjuna, there are many who worship other gods for material desires. But they don't realize they worship me in reality, but in ignorance, avidhi purvak. Why? Aham yoga bhoktanang. Because I am the master of yajna. I am the enjoyer of yajna. I am, that's supreme. I am. He is the master of yajna. So Lord Vishnu is the Yajnapati. He is the Lord of yajna. So he is the Adhipati. Without him, yajna cannot come to fulfillment. So the Devatas started the yajna. Now they decide to get to Lord Vishnu. Try to invite him to come to God. Without him, yajna is incomplete. When they went to the story, they went to Vaikuntha, where they said Lord Vishnu resides. They didn't find him. He wasn't there. So they did their meditative processes and they realized that he was sitting somewhere. That same spot we indicated. So all the devatas reached to that spot. And they saw Vishnu sitting there, Vishnu Bhagavan sitting there, his chin upon the bow, that erect, the vertical bow, the bow placed vertically. And Vishnu Bhagavan, Yog Nidra, deep asleep, unaware of anything at all. So they found him, yes, but now they had to get him to come to the yajna. How to come to the yajna? No, he's sleeping. So the question was what to do. So it was advised that they should wake him up. Now the devatas doing the yajna for their own benefit. And notice how everybody always very selfish. They couldn't care about anybody else is what beneficial to them. The devatas, for their own selfish reasons, for the yajna to come to success, they wanted to disrupt the sleep of Lord Vishnu. So he could bring fulfillment to the yajna. Their selfish reasons. Now I'm not elaborating, you're intelligent people, we have spoken a lot about these things. And you have to see attitudes here. All different levels. Selfishness is the order of the day. And what scriptures preach? Selflessness. Yeah? So the Devatas devotees wanted to get Lord Vishnu out of that state in which he was. How to do it? How to do it? No one wanted to go wake up Lord Vishnu. So then Brahmaji decided that he will create, he's the creator. So he will create a special type of creation, species, that will fulfill their objective. And what's that, devotees? He created a special species of ants, white ants. We call them Vamri. Vamri. So Brahma created these ants, that special species, and he gave instructions. Oh Vamri, we want you to eat out the string at the base of the bone. Ants could bite through anything, right? So bite, eat out. And if this once you bite out the string, it weakens, it will loose. And then that sudden jolt will wake up Lord Vishnu. So nobody wants to wake up Lord Vishnu in a nice, quiet, pacifying kind of way. They want to shake him up. And they get the Vamri, the ants, to come and do that. Now them ants smart. Yeah? So the Vamri, listen to what Brahma has to say. Now the scriptures teach us lessons to all this, lessons. So what the Vamri is saying? Tamuvaj sada Vamri, deva devasya mapatehi, nidra bhanga kathang karyo, devasya jagatang guru. Nidra bhanga katha chedo, dampatyo priti bhedanam, shishu matri vibhedascha, brahmatya samang smitam. Tat katham deva devasya karumi sukhanashanam, king phalam bhakshana deva, yena papam karumiham. Sarva swartha vaso loka kurti patakam kila, tasmadaham karishyami swarthameva prabhakshanam. The Vamri said, O Brahmaji, you want me to disturb Lord Vishnu's sleep. And nothing is wrong in disturbing sleep, depends where you are. He's sleeping and you wake them up. But in this particular case, when he's resting, what he's saying, the Vamri is saying that is sinful. That is sinful. There are 4 conditions he put here, 4 factors. Nidra bhanga, to disturb somebody's restful sleep. Katha chedo, to interject and cause a problem when someone is speaking, especially katha, like we say in katha. Now, you see, we get all the lessons from scriptures. Many of us don't realize that, right? So katha being read, and pak, disturbance, different kind of disturbance. That is sinful. That is sinful. Scriptures telling us that. The ants smarter than many of us devotees. So he is saying to katha chedo, to interrupt someone in their speech, the katha, etc. Dampatyoho pritibhedanam, to create friction between husband and wife, to affect their relationship. That is third one. And shishu matri vibhedhasya, and to separate a child from its mother. Those actions are equivalent to brahmatya, the sin of killing a holy man. I don't know anybody in the world that separates children from the parents. I won't go in politics, but all you know? Huh? Do you all follow international politics? I don't want to call no name on thing, because we women go in all parts of the world. Many children are separated from their parents for whatever reason. And people think, nothing wrong. Yeah, time. Everything is time. So here the Vamri is saying, any of these 4 actions is equivalent to the sin of killing a holy man. But there's always, we always have choice in life, right? So that is one choice. I don't want to do that. But we are told, if an action is sinful, but it is to your benefit, it is your choice to decide if to do it or not. Because if you choose to do it, you have to understand Jaisa Karni, Vaisa Bharni. You could choose to do it, but it doesn't make you right. But why am I so stupid to do something that is no benefit to me? Follow the point? You're doing something sinful and it's not beneficial to you. What is the purpose? This was why Karnimi decided to go and stop Hanuman. Because a bait was dangled before him. Stop Hanuman, half a Lanka is yours. Stop sinful. But he also thought that if Hanuman kill me, I will go to heaven. The Vamri can't think that you kill an ant easy. If I go to do this, disturb Vishnu Bhagwan's sleep, sinful actions, I'd be stupid to do it with all benefit. So now don't get me wrong. Understand the point I'm making. You have to do something wrong and it's not beneficial to you and you choose to do it, you have to be very stupid. And if you decide that you're going to do it because it's beneficial to you, you're still stupid. Because pap, sin going to come back to haunt you. Jaisa Karni, Vaisa Bharni. So devotees, I'm just putting these points to all of us. This is why I keep saying we all have our own individual journey. So, the Vamri said, Brahma, so what in this for me? What am I going to benefit from this? Devotees, Brahma had his solution. Brahma devotees is saying, अच्छा, ओ वमरी, सुनो, हम यज्ञ तुम्हारे भाग की भी कल्पना करेंगे. इस कारण तुम हमारा कार्य कर विष्णु को शीघ्र जगाओ. हवन के करने में हविदान से जो भाग पार्श्व में गिरेगा वह तुम्हारा भाग होगा. इस कारण शीघ्र कार्य करो. So he said, Brahma is saying, all right, Vamri, when we are doing yagya, most of the yagya is havan we doing. So devotees, you can try how much you want. You try your best to put all the ghee inside the fire, some must fall outside. Those chulong first white. Now some must fall outside. The Brahma is saying, the yag is for the Devatas, O Vamri, but whatever falls outside of the Agni Kund is your share of the yagya. And you know, devotee, if you notice many times wherever you do yagya, you must have ants and people spirit with shell talks, whatever. Kill them. Leave the Brahmari alone, man. They get in the part of the yag. Like Brahma's word. So they were getting part of the yagya. Whatever samagri that would fall outside of the Agni Kund will be for you. So that pact was arranged. And notice bargaining. Bargaining starts way back in the past with them ants on them. Papa bargain. As we keep saying, you have to be foolish to do something that is of no benefit to you. And in the long run, you self-destruct. So the Vamri not thinking about so far, we get in part of the yag, will survive. But not realizing that even doing something wrong is not right. But so says Sudam. And so devotees, Brahma said, O Vamri, is karan shigra kar karo. Quickly, do what we ask you to do. And so devotees, Sri Suji boli, Brahma ji ke aisa कहने पर वमलियों ने शीघ्रता के सहित उस धनुष की कोटि में लग्न जाकर भक्षण किया। प्रत्यंचा के मुक्त होने में कोटि पतित हुई, उसके टूटने से घोर शब्द हुआ, जैसे सब देवता व्याकुल हो गए। तब ब्रह्मांड क्षुभित और वसुधा कंपित हुए, समुद्र उद्विग्न हुए, जल जंतु घबरा उठे। Devotees, the Vamri went and started to bite the bow, the string. And it didn't take them long. Plenty Vamri come together, plenty mouths, easy to eat out everything. Bite that bow, and then we all know, they don't have to bite it out totally. Once you bite it up to a certain point, because of the tension, it will burst for itself. Now you have to imagine what is happening there. Vishnu Bhagwan sleeping, the ants are biting him. Ants biting the bow. Right? That's a good thing. Biting the bow. Not biting Vishnu. If they biting Vishnu Bhagwan, he won't feel anything in any case. But devotees, sleeping, yog nidra, totally oblivious, and all of a sudden this string burst. Now imagine it was under tension. So you can imagine the upward movement, the force with which it burst. I can't describe it. But what was very obvious, apparent afterwards was that there was a loud noise when this bow broke. A loud noise. And think about Lord Vishnu, his head on the bow. What will happen? The Devatas didn't realize yet. But place became dark. The earth began to quake. Different natural evil, negative omens, signs on all sides. The ocean over different devotees, all that is given here. We don't have to go into all that. Or we say frightening omens, frightening. Long time when you hear Jumbibal screeching, everybody frightened. Imagine you see in all kind of dog crying, the mountain, the earth quaking, or place back, dark, just like that. It was frightening, very, very frightening. And then when everything settled down in a short while, what happened? Then the Devatas saw Lord Vishnu lying there, no head. No head. So what happened when the string was eaten out, and that force knocked off Lord Vishnu's head. Head disappeared. Vishnu Bhagwan lying there without a head, headless. Now the Devatas are crying. Why they crying? Where is Lord Vishnu? If he doesn't come, our yag won't finish. And if Guruji gets sick, how could do the puja? Puja won't do. And, yeah. We know all them things, Yeah. People, who couldn't care head or tail about Guruji? Once your puja done. Once this happened, once that happened. Own objective. You have exceptions though. In this case, devotees, the Devatas, selfish, began to cry, what will happen? What will happen to our yag now? Yag will be incomplete. No success, no fulfillment. Devotees, so all of them crying. Selfishness. After some time, Brihaspati, he is the guru of the Devatas, Brihaspati. Anybody know who is the guru of the demons? Anybody know? Not how do you, eh? All you know? Shukracharya. Shukracharya, he is the guru of the Rakshas, the demons. And Brihaspati is the guru of the gods, as we say. But all listener devotees, I don't want to digress too much. But you know what Brihaspati is? The planet Jupiter, you know. The largest planet in the solar system. So he is the guru of all the gods, the planets. There are different dimensions. But yes, we keep into a little bit story here a little bit. So devotees, here all the devatas crying, grief, emptiness, the impending disappointment of not having any success in the yajna. What can we do? Vishnu has no head. What can we do? Then Brihaspati devotees, as I said, he spoke to them, the Guru. What he is saying? The Guru is saying, Rudditena Mahabhaga, Kranditena Tathapi Kim, Upayaschatra Kartabhya, Sarvata Buddhi Gochara, Devang Purushakarascha Deva Devisha Rish Abhubhav, Upayascha Vidhatabhyo, Devata Phalati Sarvata. Guru, Brihaspati, remind me of Papa. When Mama died and they were crying. What happened to all your boys? Brihaspati, the Guru devotees. He said, oh Devatas, why are you all crying? Ab rone out kandan karne se kya hai? What's the purpose of it? Crying will change anything? Crying will help anything? Pay attention to all this. All may happen if we may release our tension. But they're crying because of their own disappointment. Yeah? And devotees, you know, I always ask this question. I mean, remember, I've done many funerals all over. And everybody crying and crying and crying and crying. You're crying for the person who died? Huh? All I have to answer the question, you know. And I'm convinced most of the time I cry because I lose my father. I lose my father. It's my loss. You think I'm crying for him? Do you cry for the person who has died? Think in your head. And then when you went through Mahabhandava for him. And then you eating all the food. Think. Attitudes. Selfishness is the order of the day. Yeah. To be honest with you, many times when somebody dies, especially people we know, we can't do anything for them. I'm concerned about who is left behind. How they can manage. What trials, tribulations they may have. The difficulties they may have in surviving. You worry about the people who live in. Bhagwan said, you shouldn't worry over the living or the dead, but we are still worried over the living a little bit. Yeah? But devotees, as we say here, the Guru understood. He said, why are you all crying? Crying won't help anything. What you should do, think of what you can do under these circumstances. A situation has occurred. How are you going to handle the situation? Devotees, listen carefully. Now, all of us are faced with different situations in life. There's a fact, it is an inescapable fact. But what do? We know you have different mental planes, you go in depression, whatever, but that helps anything? A situation that occurred is now, you think back what Papa was saying. You have to do what you have to do. Right? Crying doesn't help. It doesn't change the circumstance. So the Devatas were being admonished by the Guru. Yeah? इस समय बुद्धि पूर्वक उपाय करना चाहिए. Think, analyze, and see, decide what is best to do. And a very important statement he made. Devotees, bear it in mind. He said, Daiva और पुरुष कार्य दोनों हे देवेश समान है. इनका उपाय करो. दैव से फलित होता. The Guru is saying that there is fate, destiny, and there is self-effort. I want all to listen carefully, devotees, all who are listening. Listen carefully. There is destiny and there is self-effort. Guru Vasishtha is saying, Brihaspati is saying that destiny, Daiva, or Purushkar, self-effort, both are equal. Both are equal. When certain things happen, destiny has taken place, then crying, doing whatever doesn't help. What you need to do, become proactive, self-effort. Act. Become proactive. So, if destiny has to take effect, it's there, but how do you manage it? Now, when you say self-effort, you ain't changing destiny, It happened. But how you manage it, how you cope with it. This is why I keep telling many people time and again, you can stop the buoys from blowing, but you can put up a wind shutter. These simple statements we make is to get you to understand, Aage chale, as Ramayana teaches, Aage chale bahuri rahuraya. No matter what you do, whatever circumstances, whatever has happened, your self-effort, Aage chale, going forward. Sit down and cry, do whatever you want, doesn't change the circumstance. So the self-effort here comes in that you can manage, use your buddhi, use your intellect. You have support systems, whatever. Get into it and decide where you're going to go. Not crying and say, oh, this shouldn't happen, God shouldn't do you that. Normal thing, no? I devotees. So notice the Guru is making that point. And I mentioned this to you all before. Guru Vasisht, in Yoga Vasisht told Sri Ram, most powerful is self-effort. Destiny is created by past actions. But if the present action is very intense present self-effort, it is possible. If you can't nullify, you can make that destiny ineffective. In the sense that, I use an example. A thorn go into your finger. A picana. Right. Now, in days gone by then, in Netherlands, they will take another thorn, but one that harder, more, and dig out this one. The sages tell us that, Yoga Vasisht tells us that, past actions like that thorn, present action should be like this picker, thick, strong, that you can dig out, you can nullify the past. So what man needs to do is to act. And the present is what counts. Ek hari na jai beat. So devotees, we all have to understand this. Now I don't like how I come in this kind of discussion again. Because not too long ago, I had this kind of discussion and you all know what happened. Now, I didn't cause it, but maybe it's preparing us for something. I don't know. Let's follow. The bhajan coming up. So, devotees, the Devatas listen, but Indra, he is the king of the Devatas. He mouth a little bigger than the others. Indra Uvach. Deva meva parang manye. Dikau rupa shamarthakam. Vishnorapi shirachinnam suranang chaiva pashyatam. Indra, telling the Guru. I can understand and identify with that also too. He said, stupidness, talking about self-effort. Self-effort has no value. Daiva, destiny is most important. He condemned the Guru, why? But you see, the Guru understood Indra, emotional. Right? And in emotion, you talk all kinds of stupidness. You don't understand clearly. The mind is colored, tinted. Yeah? So he's saying, self-effort? What is self-effort? Dive, destiny. This is destiny. Who could change it? What will happen? He shut it out totally. But on a deeper context and devotees, remember Indra, Indriya. What is Indra? Indriya? The senses. So people who are slave to their senses, they can't accept the philosophy. This how it's represented here. The eye seeing one thing, the ears hearing something else. You're overpowered by your emotions. You can't see the philosophy, no understand it. Bhagavan, but Brihaspati didn't say anything. He has remained quiet. Because I'm trying to learn and practice that kind of thing, boy. That when you talk with stupidness, let me stay quiet. I tell you one thing, you can't take it, let me stop talking. I'm trying, I'm trying. Oh, it's hard. Like destiny. Devotees, Indra spoke like that and he remained like he was angry, agitated. Because, when Yag's one done, his position is established more, the king of the Devatas. Selfishness, now, we all know that. Selfishness. Hardly anybody ever does anything without an expectation of rewards. Hardly anybody. You may have one or two in between, but I don't think we have any here. That is judgmental. But tell me I'm wrong. Everybody expects something. Devotees, so Brahma now, he said, "O Indra, समय से जो प्राप्त होता है वह फल अवश्य भोगना पड़ता है। शुभ व अशुभ दैव को कौन अतिक्रम कर सकता है?" Brahma is saying to all the devatas and devotees, you have heard this countless times, right? Everything is a result of karma. We may not understand the karma. We may not identify what wrong could somebody have done. We don't know it. But one thing is a fact, that everything that happens, good or bad, yeah, shubh wa ashubh, everything is a result of karma. No, nothing is hidden. Everything comes to pass. This is why, devotees, we keep telling people, you lift yourself by yourself, you sink yourself by yourself. You play games, you become a victim to your games. But all this is talk now. When you get caught up in environment, yeah, you have to be like Hanuman, Niruddhaman. Nothing distracted him. He's doing his master's work, nothing distracted him. No name, no fame, no position, no gallery, etc. We know how these things happen. Easy to get carried away. Easy to get carried away. So devotees, karma, when the karmas take effect, you fall flat on your face. So Brahma is saying this, that nobody can escape it. You do whatever actions, good, sukh, bad actions, dukh, isme sandeh nahi. Sandeh nahi. And he gave examples of the past, the Lord Shiva and Indra himself and even he, Brahma. No matter how high you think you are, what position you are, karma will come back to haunt you. It must. Nobody escapes it. Nobody escapes it. So, Brahma is saying, what is happening here? All karma. There's a reason behind it. We may not know, but there is one being who knows of everything. And who is that being? That Supreme Purush, Mahamaya, Devi. Devi, that she is the only one who knows of everything, past, present and future. She is that Shakti, and therefore what we need to do is to worship that Devi. Turn towards that Devi. Seek her mercy and her grace. So devotees, what Brahma did? Brahma, all the devatas crying. When they're crying, you go, boy. All them crying, they had their own selfishness. The yag won't come to fulfillment. Vishnu Bhagwan had no head there. What will happen? And I want to get in your own head, When you see you disappointed and things fail and whatever else, you go, boy, why? You want to curse God then? You never ask yourself, where did I go wrong? The human being, the devatas. So devotees, Brahma call upon the Vedas, the divine holy books, who personify themselves. And why the Vedas? Book of knowledge. And devotees, when the Vedas praise, the Vedas expect anything in return? Read into all this. Vedas praise, no return. Just praise for the sake of praising the Divine Mother. Just for the sake of praising the Divine Mother. So devotees, the Vedas were invoked, so to speak. And Brahma told the Vedas, I want you to all appeal to that Mahamaya, Mool Prakriti, primordial energy. And who is that, devotees? There is Brahm and there is Shakti. Right? They coexist. So we have said time and again, like fire and its burning power. Can you separate the burning power from the fire? Can you separate the waves from the ocean? Can you separate the meaning of a word from the word? One is Brahm, one is Shakti. The meaning is Brahm, infinite. The word, the manifestation of the meaning is Shakti. Fire, Brahm. Burning power, Shakti. Ocean, Brahm. The dynamic aspect of it, Shakti. So devotees, they coexist, Brahm, Shakti. So we say Brahm, but she's Parashakti, primordial energy. And she is Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. So as we have, Shiva, Sri Ram, Sri Krishna, with different manifestations, Parashakti, that infinite energy, also manifests itself in different forms. Sagun, Shakti, Sagun, with qualities. So devotees, the Vedas were told, Poetadat Mahamaya. Veda Uchuhu. Namo Devi Mahamayi. Vish Utpati Kare Shive. Nirgune Sarvabhuteshi. Mataha Shankara Kamade. Tvam Bhumi Sarvabhutanang Pranavatang Tatha. Dhi Sri Kanting Chama Shanting Sadha Medha Dhriti Smriti. Tvam Urgithir Dharmatrasi Gayatri Vyahidratisthatha Jayacha Vijaya Dhatri Lajja Kiriti Spriha Daya Twang Sangstu Sastumumbaha Bhuvanatra Sangvidhanang Dakshang Dayarasa Yutang Janni Jananam Vidyang Shivang Sakra Lokahitang Varinyang Vagavijam Vagavijvasin Punang Bhuvanasha Kartrim. Devotees, here in Devi Bhagavad, about 12 shlokas, from slok 52, 16 to slok 68, the Vedas prayed. Now I don't want to go into all that because all won't understand anything. When I say that, I prefer that if we pray ourselves. So the Vedas, they prayed that, Oma, the Stota is telling in the beginning, you are He, you are Sri, Kanti, all these forms we talk about. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Daya Rupen Sangsita, Shanti Rupen, Kanti Rupen, Buddhi Rupen, etc., etc. The Vedas started by praying like that. And devotees, they went more and more technical, praising that Art Shakti. And we will praise her. So give me a chance, give you a chance to use your voice now. Yeah? Devotees, we chant the names of Devi. Powerful names of Devi. The Vedas praying, they want help. Help on behalf of the Devatas. So devotees, what was said? They prayed, let's pray. Shankari Parameshwari Shashi Shekhari Sarveshwari Jagadeshwari Maheshwari Amba Sundari Gunamanjari Shiva Shankari Amba Shankari Parameshwari Shashi Shekhari Amba Shankari Parameshwari Shashi Shekhari Jagadishwari Maheshwari Amba Sarveshwari Jagadishwari Maheshwari सुंदरी गुणमंजरी शिव शंकरी अम्बा अम्बा सुंदरी गुणमंजरी शिव शंकरी अम्बा मातेश्वरी श्वेतांबरी भुवनेश्वरी मातेश्वरी शाकंभरी भुवनेश्वरी अम्बा शंकरी नेश्वरी शशिशेखरी ईश्वरी जगदीश्वरी माहेश्वरी अम्बा जगदीश्वरी माहेश्वरी अम्बा सुंदरी गुणमंजरी शिव शंकरी अम्बा अम्बा सुंदरी गुणमंजरी शिव शंकरी अम्बा शिव शंकरी अम्बा परमेश्वरी अम्बा जगदीश्वरी अम्बा माहेश्वरी अम्बा अम्बा सुंदरी अम्बा सुंदरी अम्बा सुंदरी शिव शंकरी भुवनेश्वरी अम्बा मातेश्वरी अम्बा जगदीश्वरी अम्बा मातेश्वरी श्वेतांबरी भुवनेश्वरी मातेश्वरी शाकंभरी भुवनेश्वरी अम्बा शंकरी परमेश्वरी शशिशेखरी अम्बा शंकरी So devotees, the Vedas prayed, we prayed in our own way, right? And we, as we say, the gist of it, that recognizing that Mother, that divine energy is everything. Brahma, Har, Vishnu, Indra, Vani, Saraswati, Agni, Surya. Everything. She's everything. Nothing functions without energy. So in this way, devotees, the Vedas prayed, and then at the end of the prayer, Devi didn't appear, but a voice was heard, a celestial voice. And this voice, devotees, of course, was Devi. And simple way she's also saying, oh Devatas, nothing happens without a reason. Nothing. So we beat up that point over and over, devotees. I don't know if people fully appreciate it, that whatever has happened to me is because of my doing. I have created it. Devi made all those points quite clear. Right? That everything has a reason. Nothing happens just like that. So the question is, what did Lord Vishnu do to lose his head? What did he do? So devotee, I'm putting to you the gist of it because it's quite a lengthy katha. Right? So, Devi Ma, she's explaining to the Devatas that whatever it is, there is always a divine plan. First, to begin understand that. And I put it in my own way that, life is like a jigsaw puzzle, and we have just a piece or two of the puzzle. The Lord knows the entire picture. So we can't get the answers for so many things we have questions for. But the answers, there are answers. Now, what happened in this case? How come Lord Vishnu lost his head? So, Devi is saying that there is a divine plan. Always. Now, one day it is said Lord Vishnu, this story, he went to where Lakshmi Mata was dressing, and he was looking at Lakshmi Mata and he started to laugh. When I say laugh, not in a bad way, no. Nice way, no, laughing. How somebody will laugh with a wife? Not that bad statement. Might be the same thing, we don't know how. But devotees, strange how, now remember Lakshmi Mata is Shakti herself, a Parashakti. But there is Tamsi Shakti, there is Sattvic Shakti, all these different differences. So Tamsi Shakti, when Shakti behaved in Abhira, like when Sati went and tested Sri Ram by impersonating Sita and so on, like Tamsi Shakti. The difference it has. Like all of us, when everything good, you're behaving good and so on. When Sattvic Prakriti, very calm, peaceful, loving and so on. When Rajasic Prakriti, like Jaxmania. And when Tamsic Prakriti, well, and you will see it happening all around. But this is what, when the Shakti is here, the energy, the three gunas dominating, one dominating. And this is why it's so difficult to understand how people behave, the behavioral pattern. It's so difficult. So she's saying that Tamsi Shakti at that point took hold of Lakshmi Mata. So Lakshmi Mata, she began to say, I wonder why he watching me and laughing for. The man can't laugh though. You can't even laugh now. Why are you laughing for? Right? We fellas know that, Right? I can't watch you and laugh, and when she is laughing, what happened? You're a hug. So devotees, Lakshmi Mata began to think. Now this is what I call overthinking. And it's a major problem with plenty people. You create your own problem. So she began to think in her head. Notice? Vishnu Bhagavan just laughing. She said, I wonder why you're laughing for. And she started to put your own reason. Maybe seen some ugliness in my face today. But all these years we married, he never laughed because any ugliness. How come he's seen ugliness now? Notice how her mind is going. Right? And when she go on, so it can't be that because suppose now he has somebody else. Right? You come on thing. A co-wife. You have somebody else. So now you have somebody else and you're looking at me and laughing. But you're laughing different with the next person. And devotees, how the thinking will go? Now I have to tell you that, People know. From one to the next, to the next, to the next, and we know what you do? You put yourself in a real bind. You become depressed, you become angry, you become aggravated based upon overthinking. And all of them is nothing. Nothing. Now, I don't want to say most women behave so, because I will get in trouble. But Devi Bhagavad say that now. Temperament, Tamsi Shakti. So she's saying, all right. So Lakshmi Mata at that point, he's laughing at me. And she pronounced a curse. Because in her thinking, there can't be any ugliness in my face because I see him all the time. So maybe somebody else. And you know what? Curse, you shall lose your head. Srap. So in other words, she prefer lose her husband. Right? Become, one without a husband. Rather than have the husband have a co-wife. I ain't saying that right, Right? I ain't saying that, but that's her thinking. That's her thinking. Right? So he said, you shall lose your head. That srap was given to Lord Vishnu. So all you see, where it coming from? The karma there now, because he laughed. So all careful how you're laughing. Right? Now devotees, what Devi Ma said is a part of a divine plan. Right? Devi know the plan. Because this is Devi self in Lakshmi Tamsi Shakti pronounced this srap. So she said that there's another very, very more compelling reason. There was a demon whose name was Hayagriva. And Hayagriva means horse head. He was horse head. He had a horse head. This demon wanted to perform devotion. He did. To that Parashakti. Intense austerities. To do what? To become immortal. He didn't want to die. See? After he prayed to a lot of austerities and so on, right, Devi appeared before him. And she said, ask, what do you want? Well, when he saw Devi, he prayed to Ma, and he said, oh mother, you are the creator of the Panchatattva, you are the creator of the 5 Gyan Indriyas and so on. You know, all these things we have been discussing, but Shakti, that all I part of Shakti, creating all that within the human body. But he said at the end of it all, mother, I don't want to die. Then Devi said, but where there is death, there is life. Where there is life, there is death. Nobody lives forever. I wouldn't say any bhajan. Bhajan says, Ek din hame bhi jana hai. And anytime I sing it, we have to kill somebody. So I've fallen back from singing it, but somebody will still go. So devotees, she said, listen, oh, Hayagriva, everybody has to go one day. Ask for something otherwise. And you know how sometimes you kind of snide comment people make? All right, Ma, if you don't want to give me that, you know? If you don't want to give me that Bardhan, he just explained to him, nobody says forever. Or how some people behave on the talk just right. All right, you want to give me, all right, no problem. Yeah. All this time I'm telling you why you can't get it. I'm telling you it's not good for you. Snide comment, but you know. All right, Ma, if you don't want to give me it, I'll go ask for something otherwise. I want that, you know, nobody should be able to kill me. If I have to die at all, it must be at the hands of someone who is just like me, with a horse head. Who is just like me. So in other words, devotees, for he to die, he must have somebody with a horse head. Otherwise he wouldn't die. So where that horse head going to come from? Devi Ma said, O Devatas, this is why whatever happened has happened. Because Vishnu Bhagwan is the one to destroy this demon. Vishwakarma, the architect of the gods, so to speak, they have the architect also. Right? So let him get a horse head, put it to the body of Lord Vishnu, and I shall resuscitate him. And this shall be, you know, the solution to the problem of this demonic force, Hayagriva, terrorizing all. Because when he got that power, he went out and a reign of terror. And so now the time has come when he has to be destroyed. So all this has happened because of that. So it starts with the srap, the divine plan, devotees, divine plan. Even Lakshmi Ma, she became part of that plan, but she Shakti herself. She knew the inner truth. Right? But what we keep saying that when things happen in life, just understand it is not only what meets the eye. There's much, much, much more than that. And this is why one of the reasons, one of the points I keep making, great minds reflect upon principles, mediocre minds upon events, undeveloped minds on people. So most of us see the people, we see the event, but we don't understand what is the underlying factor. And then there's confusion in the world. Now Devi is presenting the underlying factor. So devotees, she said that, and Antardhyan ho gaye. That voice disappeared. Then Brahma and the Devatas realized what they had to do. So they got Vishwakarma, who according to the Katha, got a horse head, and he put the horse head to the body of Lord Vishnu. And Devi is Shakti, she is life, everything. Vishnu Bhagavan resuscitated. He came back, but with the horse head. So he became Hayagriva. Hayagriva, the horse-faced one. And in due course, not right away, in a few days' time, Vishnu Bhagavan challenged the Hayagriva. So you have the divine Hayagriva and the demonic Hayagriva. And in due course, you know what happened. That Hayagriva was destroyed. For that Bardhan, no one but a horse-head person should defeat me. Bhagavan destroyed him. And so through the power of Devi, he was also destroyed, and peace reigned supreme once more. So Suruji is saying, Maharaj, O Devatas, this is how Vishnu Bhagavan got the horse head. The reasons behind it, and it is not just simple and trivial. It is very, very deep. And the whole purpose of it is to champion the cause of mankind. But devotees, just to end it here, the horse-headed demon, that is the individual ego. The I, want to dominate. All of you know that, right? And Bhagavan is the cosmic ego. I have seen this thing happening long time, devotees. You have a little cricket team. Nobody even know you outside around with, but the captain, he's boss boy. Attitude, behavior. Right now we have many people, little position there, and them feel like miss God one time, not realizing you could bite the dust any moment. Ego. That is demon. And then you behave in a fashion that is degrading many times. You don't see it because you're under Maya. One day to come, you're going to bite the dust. But devotees, what happened is a cosmic ego. Nothing could stand against that. That is the Lord himself. Each of us, Shaivism, you have the snake representing that, the individual ego also. Shiva is the cosmic ego. The lesson is the same. We have to transform our attitudes. What can I do? What power do I have? Devotees, when Hanumanji was asked by Sri Ram, Hanuman, how did you cross 800 miles of ocean? How did you burn Lanka? But devotee was anyone away. Well, God, I had the power, and I could do this and I could do that. And what you have? You have nothing, but you feel you're there. It's happened to many people. Simple, even little groups and so on. I ain't seen happening in Gandhi Park, but maybe I don't know. Yeah, little position and head swelter all here. Yeah. Hanuman, what he did, he could have done anything, but he said, Lord, it's all through your grace. And I'm not a mama guy, Sri Ram. I am just an instrument, Lord. It is your power. It is what you want. I have no power. What do I have? You are everything. So devotees, all these things we have to understand. And when you worship Shakti, Devi helps us to overcome this internal enemy that really contaminates us. Bad. So be very careful about it, right? Worship Ma, and when you worship Ma, sometimes even this and all too. I worship in Durga Ma. 9 days I offer dhar. 9 days I offer cook. I. You worship in Devi and ego get more big. It's a humbling yourself. Devotees, I always say, Ma, whatever you allow me to do, I do. Whatever is done is because you want it. They're playing games, no? You decide, Ma. Because what am I? In a moment, a twinkle of a moment, one moment, that bubble could burst. What power I have? Anybody, anyone earlier, any one of us. So devotees, the worship of Devi helps us Shakti energy. Right? Hanumanji never failed, but he wasn't egoistic. And check all those who were egoistic, what happened to them. So remember Hayagriva, the horse head. Right? Though be a lot of horse head rakshas on and about, overpowered by your own feelings of self-importance, etc. You go bite the dust. attribute everything to Ma, surrender to Mata. You can't go wrong. Okay? And this ego is deadly. Remember Krishna Katha? Who is the ego in Krishna Katha? When we read Katha, who is the ego? What Katha that is? Kalyanag. In the pond, Kalindi pond, the pond of the mind, killing everybody, killing everything. 101 heads. That's how the ego is. So the story is there, devotee, with a lot of lessons in them. But the main lesson I want to put to all of us is worship Ma and let's humble ourselves in total humility. Humility conquers the world. You may go through trials, tribulations, difficult times. Don't be like Indra. Don't be like Indra. Make self-effort. You notice self-effort? Devi appeared. All the answers came. Solution came. Do what you have to. Self-effort. If you sit down and say, faith, oh God, Vishnu dead. So you can't have New Year again. Or not so we do New Year. Because Vishnu dead. Yeah. No. Self-effort. And there's another lesson I want you all to bear in mind. Never give up. The path of devotion, path of spirituality. Perseverance, determination. Make that effort. Remember Gandhipak's watchwords? Humility, perseverance, and devotion. Devotee, I didn't even know what I was doing when I chose those words. I didn't choose it. Way back in the past, 50-something years ago. You think I could think like that? You think I so bright? Like a blue bulb blended boy. Divine, and with the passing of time, Mata, she is with us. And all of you who are affiliated here, don't forget this. You have a wonderful opportunity to lift yourself very, very high. Make the effort. And when I say lift yourself, don't feel as you doing it. Meaning what? Mata will lift you up. Mata lifts you up. Surrender to her. Surrender. Bole se Adi Shakti Jagadamba Mata ki. Make preparation for the final Havan devotees. While it's being done, we normally mix up Kirtan and thing, right? So let's. So we always maintain that Ravan is like the ego, Sri Ram is spirituality. Any field, any aspect of scriptures you go to, same lessons. So, He Raham, He Gunadham, Raghava Sundara Ram, Janaki Jeevan Ram, He Ram, He Gunadham, He Ram, He Gunadham, Raghava Sundara Ram, Janaki Jeevan Ram, He Ram, He Gunadham, Kaushalyatanaya Raghukula Ram, Kaushalyatanaya Raghukula Ram, Ayodhya Shiromani दशरथ राम अयोध्या शिरोमणि दशरथ राम जय जय राम जय श्री राम जय जय राम जय श्री राम हे राम हे जानकी जीवन राम हे राम हे राम हे गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा श्री गौरी माता स्वाहा पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा पंचलोकपाल देवाय स्वाहा ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा श्री सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा ओम श्री ईश्वरी देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री परमेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा श्री शीतला देवी स्वाहा श्री महाअन्नपूर्णा देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री मंगला देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री चंदी देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री मनसा देवी स्वाहा ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देव्यै स्वाहा ओम श्री तारा देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री षोडशी देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री भुवनेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा ओम श्री छिन्नमस्ता देवी स्वाहा श्री भैरवी देवी स्वाहा श्री धूमावती देवी स्वाहा श्री बगलामुखी देवी स्वाहा श्री मातंगी देवी स्वाहा श्री कमला देवी स्वाहा हेमावती देवी स्वाहा सिद्धेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा कल्याणी देवी स्वाहा कात्यायनी देवी स्वाहा सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा कुलदेवाय स्वाहा अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा 5 times again वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा offer up all wash your hands. Please all stand devotees. We take part in our Devi Arati. Perform Purnahuti first. Let's concentrate on Bhagavan Shankar. Pick up the leaf. The leaf. Yeah. Put on the Arati yet. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shambhavaya cha Mayubhavaya cha Namah Sankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Shivaya cha Shivtaraya cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णागम स्वाहा। आचमन 3 times. ओम सर्व पापहरं दिव्यं गांगेयं निर्मलं जलम आचमनं च मया दत्तं घृतां पुरुषोत्तमः ब्रह्मज्ञये नमः। About 3 fire. So we join together in Arati. While we do Arati will be passed around. Yeah. And Jayambe Gauri Maya. Okay. You do Arati along, you know what to do? Parents Arati. Yeah. All right. Let's join devotees. Jai Ambe Gauri Maya, Jai Shama Gauri Maya. जय मंगल मूर्ति मैया, जय आनंद करनी, तुमको निषद न ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्म शिव जी। मांग सिंदूर विराजत तीको मृग मद को, उज्ज्वल से नैना चंद्र बदननी को। कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजय, रक्त पुष्प गलमाला कंठन पर साजय। हरि वाहन राजत खर्ग खपर धारी, सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक तिनके दुख हारी। कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती, कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर समराजत ज्योति। शुंभ निशुंभ विदारे महिषासुर घाती, धूम्र विलोचन नैना निषदिन मदमती। चंद मुंद संहारे शोणित बीज हरे, मधुकैत भदु मारे सुर भय हीन करे। ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी तुम कमल रानी, आगम निगम बखाने तुम शिव पतरानी। चौसत योगिनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरू, बाजत ताल मृदंगा और बाजत डमरू। हो जग की माता तुम ही हो भरता, भक्तन की दुख हरता सुख संपत्ति करता। भुजाचार्यति शोभित वरमुद्राधारी, मन वांछित फल पावत सेवत नर नारी। कंचन थाल विराजत अगर कपूरपति माकी में राजत कोटि रतन ज्योति अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे जय अम्बे गौरी मैया शिव हरे शिव राम सखी प्रभु विविधताप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनुहरि ओम आवाहनम न जानामि विसर्जनम पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां परमेश्वर ओम गच्छ गच्छुर श्रेष्ठ स्वस्थानि परमेश्वर यत ब्रह्मादयो देवास्तत्र गच्छ हुतासना ओम लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजय येषाम् इन्दिवर्षां हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं परमेश्वरी यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ओम गच्छ त्वं भगवन् अग्ने स्वस्थाने कुण्डमध्यतः हुतम् आदाय देवेभ्यः शीघ्र देहि प्रसीद मे ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम बोले श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय आदिशक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय उमापति महादेव की जय पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय बधाई शाह जगन्नाथ की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की शुभमस्तु blessings to all kindly be seated take out your wing lucid Damien off idea the devotees blessings to each of you for having joined us and remember we continue until next week Monday every night katha there is a particular power in it I didn't mention to you, but tonight's katha, they said, Devi Ma said, whoever listens to this episode with the right attitude, outlook, etc., whatever desires that you have, legitimate of course, will come to fulfillment. It's a katha that destroys negativities and brings fulfillment. So, I like to see it at the end. So if you did listen properly, then you have something to look forward to. If you didn't, well, you have wasted one evening. But we have 7 more evenings, hopefully. So blessings, Damien, blessings to you for having performed Havan this evening and having your parents with you. Nice, very good. Mother is first God, no? Then father. Yeah. So once you have that respect and love for them, parents' blessings, God will be pleased with you. Keep it going. So devotees, we end at this point and we thank you again for coming and invite you to join us tomorrow. Refreshment has been prepared. So as usual, You will receive your prasadam and refreshment. Do have a safe journey back home. We look forward to seeing you again. Blessings. Stand up, Damien. Jai Sitaram. Blessings, devotees.